Assalamu alaikum friends. My name is Mohammed Nisa Khan and welcome to the day 9 of the 21 day learning SQL challenge. And hope everybody's doing good, everybody's doing fine. And I welcome you again to this video. So the last time we were discussing the day 8 where we transition from query writing to query thinking, which is quite different from the just simply writing query according to syntax. And also this phase is quite slow as declared by our beloved ChatGPT, and also that it is the time where most people quit because it is quite frustrating journey at this point, because you have to you have to think critically at this point, not just focus on the syntax, but rather thinking more critically, more deeply regarding the SQL context or regarding the data itself. So today we would be continuing with so the day 9 is on, day 9 acknowledged, and ChatGPT is saying from here on we will be doing strict evaluations. Hint allowed only if explicitly asked, no hand holding, no soft framing. We focus on correctness, execution order, and performance safe SQL. Day 9 precision over speed. Okay, question 1 from day 9. Write a query to return customer key, first name, last name, total sales amount per customer, rank customers within their gender by total sales, highest sales, rank 1. Use rules. Use a window function, do not use subqueries unless absolutely necessary, output must be. So guys, I decided to, you know, the, I decided to attempt this question as a challenge, and I think so it was a great learning experience for me to attempt question 1 and ask him for the business question at this point. And from after this query, which I will be pasting here in ChatGPT, I will be definitely asking him for business questions. Also, what type of business question was question 1, and also moving forward for every question it will be a business question with hints. Okay. So I tried to attempt this question. So the query was to return a customer key, a first name, last name, and the total sales amount per customer. Okay. So what I did was that I generated this query. I generated CTE, but the problem here is that now it is showing this that it does not recognize them. Even though I have assigned everything perfectly here with the CTEs, but while I'm attempting to do this question, there seems to be a problem. Okay, the comma has vanished, and so does the lines. Okay, and where seems to be the problem here? Okay, yes. Okay. No, I think so. It's fine now. It's fine now. It was just the problem with the syntax here, which I have fixed right in front of you, which is a big achievement. Okay, so we have just removed these extra commas which were present here, which we have removed, and here we go. Let's run the query right in front of you. Okay, there is still a problem with line 14. Line 14, invalid sales amount. Invalid sales amount. Invalid sales amount. Okay, it is saying that it is invalid sales amount. So why don't we just sum sales amount, sum sales amount, sum sales amount as total sales, total sales, all right, and then we call the total sales here total total sales. Okay, so we would just remove the sales amount. And why I know why it is not recognizing the sales amount, because sales amount is present in the fact. Well friends, I have a eureka moment here at this point. Now the question was that I had to rank every customer By rank I mean 1 2 3 according to the total sales by each customer. Okay, so I had to rank them. So it was a great question, it was a great business question. And so I came up with this whole solution where I used the first name, last name, and everything, and I just had a eureka moment, because when you move here, it is, it is only showing one for every all the one customers who are in the rank one and all the rank six, and it is, it is not in an orderly manner. If you can see that it is increasing by total sales, and the ranks are, different, 1 6 39. So this is not what we need to rank it by 1 2 3. So what do we did, that in the window function, after order by sum total, we just wrote d ChatGPT. I pasted the query on ChatGPT, and I also told ChatGPT to, just focus on the giving me a business question rather than saying that return this table, because this is not how the business world works. So it is said that I will be remaining strict but constructive. So after this, we will be focusing on giving business questions. Okay. Now the evaluation of my query, corporate review. Your business intent is correct. Your execution logic is not. Okay. What did you did right? Correct joins between fact, internet, and dim customer. Correct aggregation customer level. Correct use of rank conceptually. Okay. And CTE usage is appropriate. Critical issues. These matter in real jobs. Okay. Illegal window logic. Illegal window logic. Okay. You cannot aggregate sum inside a window ordered by total sales is already aggregated in CTE. Okay. Alright. Okay. Unnecessary group by in outer query. Unnecessary group by in outer query. Unnecessary group by in outer query. Unnecessary group by in outer query means this query. This is the outer query. Unnecessary group by. Okay. This total sales. It is saying that it is unnecessary. Windows do not require group by. Windows function do not require group by. Okay, Windows function do not require group by. Are you sure? Okay, Windows and you are and business mismatch. The question asks for total sales. Question asks for total sales, but you calculate average sales amount but never use it. This would fail a technical interview. Okay, this would fail a technical interview. So Windows function do not require group by. Great learning. So I think so. The total sales here, let's see, total sales, average customer, we didn't use it. Okay, so we will want to know which products are consistently improving year over year. A product is considered improving if its sales increase compared to the previous year. Okay, now the task is to return product name, year, yearly sales, previous year sales, sales growth amount. Hence, you will need leg yearly aggregation filtering must happen after window calculations. Okay. Final corporate road important. Your decision to slow down and reintroduce hints is correct. What are you doing now? Windows function CTE is business logic translation. So guys, I have come up with this query for the business question 2 for day 9. So the day 9 question 2 was the finance wants to know which products are consistently improving year over year. Okay, the question is which are improving year over year, and we would consider a product is improving if its sales increased compared to the previous year. If its sales increased compared to the previous year. Now the task is to return product name, year, yearly sales, previous year sales, and sales growth amount. Okay, and then it was the question which we were done. Now I came up with this query. In this query, and first I have written a CTE. Okay, because we need the product name, so I use the English product name as product name alias, and we also need the calendar year, so I also selected the calendar year as yearly sales, and then I aggregated it the total sales, which we need the total sales. Okay, and then I use the fact table of internet sales, and then I join the product with the internet sales, and then also the date with the with the fact internet sales. And then I have grouped them by English product name and dim dimension date and date key. Okay, then now I have assigned them as a CTE, as a product sale. This is my CTE, initially CTE, and after that I wanted to calculate the previous year sales. Okay, the previous year sales. So what I have done is that I have used the columns from CTE, and I use the lag formula in the Windows function over and order by yearly sales as previous year sales. And I have also used the 12 here, because a lag is usually used because whenever you use lag, it will select the immediate which is before behind the number, the immediate value behind the number. Okay, so when you order them by, that means that it counts like 1 2 3 and 4, but it selects the immediate previous value. Okay, the immediate previous value. So as I want to as there are also months involved in this data, so I would be selecting 12. So 12, what will it do? That it will go back, for example, January 2026. I want to know the sales for January 2025. So when I press leg plus 12, so it will go 12 months back, a whole year back to the January 2025 to get me that data. Okay, and after that I've learned this thing where I always keep the filtering separate from the Windows function, which I learned yesterday during the day 8 class, and I also consulted my previous notes which I have been making, and also the mistakes, so that you constantly being reminded that what type of mistakes you are making, what type of works you should be doing. Okay, with that, growth amount, yearly sale, total sale, English product name, yearly sale, total sale, growth amount, total sale, and previous sale. Now I have applied filter here, simple, just simple old school filter here. Okay, where I have compared the total sales, which is the overall total sale, and the total sale should be greater than total yearly sale. Okay, and why I have done it, the reason being, because we want to know that if the products are consistently improving year over year, if its current sale is greater than the if the total sales current sales is greater than the previous year sale, that means that we need that data, those products we were looking for. Okay, improving products. So let's see, let's try to run it. What results we are getting. Okay, so there's a problem here. Dim date calendar year is invalid listed because it is not contained in either an aggregate function or group by clause calendar year. Okay, now I have shared both my queries because ChatGPT had asked me to share these queries. So I have shared my query 1 and query 2 for ChatGPT, where after making necessary adjustments because he wanted to check it. So he says for the question 1, this is much clearer and able to a corporate grade evaluation of both queries, no sugarcoating but fair. Okay, customer ranking by gender. Okay, status is accepted with one minor professional note. Okay, so everything is accepted, thank you. And it says why it is correct, because aggregation happens before ranking. Okay, Windows function uses non-aggregated columns, good, and business logic matches requirements exactly. Okay, clean query flow, fact aggregate rank. Okay, fact aggregate rank, clean query flow, fact aggregate rank. Okay, got it. Clean query flow. And the minor professional note is that in real project aliases like orders can clash mentally with SQL keywords. Okay, prefer customer sales, customer performance, but technically and logically solid work. Okay, so now it's saying that the word orders which you have used for which I have used for naming my what do you say, the CTE, you should not use orders because they are already existing as a keywords in SQL, and it might clash. Okay, otherwise everything is good, everything is fair, and this is a great learning part. The clean query flow, the clean query flow, it's good, it's great. Okay, the clean query flow. And now question 2. Now, question 2 says products with over year growth. Now, what is the status? It is logically incorrect. Important learning moment. You are close, but this would fail a production review. Okay, I'm here for the failures. And most important learning. Core problem, critical. Missing partition by. Okay, yeah, man. I partition by product name. I should have done partition by product name. This compares product A with product B 2019. That is business nonsense. Yeah. Yeah, I know that. My bad. Because I didn't, specifically. That is why I'm getting these results. All right, the partition. You should always work on the partitions now. Now, why this breaks the business question? The requirement was product that are improving year over year. That means each product must be compared with itself. Year to year comparison must reset per product. Year to year comparison must reset per product. Okay, secondary issue is still important. Column name confusions. Now, column name confusions. Okay, so I have referred to alias as yearly sales. This is year, not sales. Okay, misleading naming. Real world red flag. Okay, you should not mislead. Okay, now window logic duplicated. Window logic duplicated. Acceptable but inefficient. Better handled once. Okay, so you have duplicated it. Okay, now the corporate grade. Now I have completed the necessary changes. Completed the necessary changes to the code. Let's run this code. This is the code. Okay, now this is perfect. This is perfect. Today, after this, we will be moving to question number 3. And what does question number 3 says? Question number 3 says marketing wants to identify customers whose total lifetime sales are above average customer sales. Okay. Task return customer name, gender, total lifetime sale. You will need aggregation per customer, a comparison against overall average. Think SQL and Windows are optional but not mandatory. Whenever you're ready, answer question 3. We stay on the roadmap. Okay. So guys, the question 3 query, I have written this CTE where I have selected, where I have named it in the customer sale, and I've also selected the dimension. First name as the customer name, and then the gender as X, and some sales amount as total lifetime sales from the fact internet table, and then I have joined them through these customer keys from both fact and dimension table, and then I have group them by this. Okay, and after that I wanted to find the average, because this was the total lifetime which I have calculated. In here I have calculated the average. Okay, overall average from the total lifetime, this sum of total lifetime as an overall average. Okay, and I've calculated that, and then I have for this option, because I didn't want to calculate right here, I didn't want to calculate this thing right here, so I have just did it here. JGPT has given me, I've shared it with now that I've shared it with JGPT, the JGPT is saying that the error is legit. It exposes fundamental SQL rule. You still need to log in, and I will be direct. Okay, why your query failed? No excuses version. The error column customer sales. Okay, this customer sales name of customer is invalid in the select list because it is not contained either in group by clauses. What you did wrong in this CTE. Yeah, in this CTE. Okay, customer sales, name of customer, sex, average total lifetime, and average total overall average customer sale. You used average total aggregate, but you did not use group by. SQL Server not negotiable. If you use an aggregate function, every other column must be group by. Aggregate must be calculated separately. You violated that rule. Okay, now I get it. No, I didn't get it. What does it say? It says that what you did wrong in this CTE, you have in this CTE, this customer average CTE, I have taken this as overall average. You used average total time, aggregated it, but you did not use group by. Okay. SQL rule not negotiable. If you use an aggregate function, every other column must be grouped or aggregated must be or aggregate must be calculated separately. You violated that rule. Bigger conceptual mistake. This matter most. You don't want average per customer. You want overall average across all customers. That average should be a single value compared against each customer. Right now, your logic tries to compute average while keeping row level data illegal. Okay, so there is a problem with my average also. We want a single average to be calculated, and the total lifetime sales should be compared with that average. Okay, so read correct business logic, read carefully. Steps must be calculate total lifetime sales per customer. Okay, guys, now I have understood after some help from the Gemini here, which was also an assistant working for me, because I didn't understand this cross join. Okay, so before pasting it to our before saving this query with ourselves, I wanted to know why we use cross join here. So the only reason he told me that, because why are you using this cross join, because we had a problem. We had a thing called the single value problem. You see, we wanted to compare the total sales of total lifetime sales of every customer with the average customer sale. That means that we have these million rows of data of all the customers, and we wanted to compare it with a single value. So to do that, we use cross join. And it question 4. What does question 4 says? The management wants to find the customers who contribute more than 5% of the total company sales. So the management wants to find the customers, those customers who contribute more than 5% of the total company sales. Now, so guys, here we are, and because the time has elapsed and we have easily consumed 4 hours today, so to do not expand this whole 2 hours live session. I had to take some pauses during this time where I was doing my research. The research stuff I kind of did it during my when I paused the video. Okay, so when I was writing these codes, I opened it so that I could encircle this within the 2 to 3 hours limit, mostly the 3 hours limit, because we have been sitting from 9 and now it is 1. So yeah, so the last query for question 4 is, for this I have written I have, because he wants to know the company wants to know that the customers who contribute more than 5% of the company's total sale. So for that, what we have done, we have selected with customer contribution. Okay, and then we have selected the customer key as ID, the customer name. Then we have done some sales amount, and I have considered it as customer total. Okay, and then what we have done is that we have divided the sum of this customer total by. Alright, final review for day 9. Corporate tone, clear verdict. Question 4. Customer contributing more than 5% total company. Your query is this. Verdict approved. This is strong, advanced SQL. This is the best query I've written today. Yes, I mean, I took some time, and I won't lie to you. I had to hit up to understand, the concepts about, especially the ratio concepts. I had to check it from Google, in a sense that I had to get the hints from there, and I have written the query. So it is the best query I've written. I know why this works. Senior level, customer level, overall, and filtering directly answers. Excellent use of Windows function. Okay, over. Yeah, you understand. Aggregate, over aggregate. You avoid unnecessary subqueries. You calculate denominator once. Efficiently maneuverable. We do not know this pattern. This is a plus. Okay. Clean query flow, fact, aggregate, ratio, filter. No illegal mixing, no redundant group bias. This would cut code review, interview usage. Minor professional notes, note blockers, spelling. Okay, Karsev, the percentage spelling is wrong. Okay, no problem. No problem. No problem. Customer identity, you only using first name is kind of risky. Later include practice of last name. Okay, or customer key. All right. Okay, I will. So overall assessment, CTE fundamentals improved. Windows function of the day 9 overall assessment. Okay, CTE fundamentals improved. Okay, see Windows function.